Learned quite a few things about this song at number 36 on my fantasy playlist. Boy, I have vivid memories of Into the Groove by Madonna. It was splashing around all over the FM radio stations, the FM bandwidth, back in the spring of 1985. Sandwiched in between two of her hits, it was Angel, which is, by the way, it's coming up later in the countdown, and Crazy for You, which was really huge back in the winter and spring of 1985. Madonna, first hit for Madonna was Holiday. I was pretty impressed when I first heard that record. It was sort of a different sounding dance record back in the fall of '83. I did not have any idea how big this woman would get. I thought maybe she'd be a one-hit wonder who just came out with a decent dance record. Then she came out with Borderline in the spring of '84. That went to number 10. Lucky Star went to number 4. Like a Virgin that went to number 1 for 6 weeks. All of this in 1984. And then Crazy for You came out, went to number 5, went to number 1 rather in 1985. And Angel shot up to number 5. Now we get to Madonna and the film Desperately Seeking Susan. Madonna not quite as successful in films as she was as a recording artist, but I do remember Desperately Seeking Susan did very well for her. She basically played herself. She looked fantastic in the movie too. Remember watching this movie at the Tide Theater on the Strip near the campus of the University of Alabama back in the spring of 1985. And the song "Into the Groove" it was from that film. Although it wasn't originally written for that film, but I'll get into that in just a minute. The song was on the reissue of her second album, Like a Virgin, which was put out by Sire Records. Now, here's the thing about Into the Groove. It was not put out as a single here in America. In the summer of '84, it was released as a single outside of the country, overseas, but not here in America. Nonetheless, as I've already mentioned, it was all over the FM bandwidth. The FM stations from Birmingham to Montgomery here in Alabama, they were just laying in on this record like you wouldn't believe. Into the Groove. It's just it's a catchy, it's a exuberant record. Madonna's into dancing. She loves to dance. She sees the dance floor. You don't even need ecstasy to get into the freedom that you exhibit when you're dancing, just, busting a move. One of the inspirations of this song, Madonna liked Latino guys, Puerto Rican guys. Well, just Latino guys in general. And she put a Latino guy. Latino guy was her love interest in the video Borderline when she was trying to get through. Her character was trying to get through to this Latino guy who just ignored her. Sort of ignored her in the video to Borderline back in 1984. In real life, she was writing a song Into the Groove. And she was sitting, I think it was at a hotel, across the balcony. She saw a handsome Puerto Rican guy, and Madonna flipped. Madonna said, I gotta go out with this guy. This has got to happen. Can you imagine you're a guy sitting there and Madonna's looking at you in 1985? That would have made my day. It'd make my day today 10 times over. She did well. She didn't finish the song. She hurried up to finish the song, but she did. She did go out with him. 1, 2, 3 dates, and she wrote the song after she dated him. She finished the song after she dated him. Boy, that's a story. Gosh, dog, Madonna. Well, okay, that's it. Oh my goodness! Before I leave this video, I gotta tell you, this was I got to do some more research on this part of it, but I'll just tell you right now, this song was recorded at the Sigmund Sound Studio, the legendary Sigmund Sound Studio in Philadelphia. This was the epicenter. If I remember correctly, this is where the Stylistics recorded their hit records, the epicenter of the sound of Philadelphia. Leon Huff, Kenny Gamble, and I'm trying to think of that other producer who was real popular back in the '70s. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me after this video is done. That's how it works all the time. All right, Madonna at number 36 with Into the Groove.